Hey, peace. What's happening, everyone? On our deal with.
Recognize royalty. Recognize royalty. Gotta recognize it. Recognize royalty. Like they ain't got eyes to recognize royalty.
I can feel.
Recognize royalty.
I can see.
Recognize royalty.
Now I recognize
Royalty.
royal to these eyes.
Royalty.
I can see.
Recognize royalty.
I can love again.
Recognize royalty.
Now I recognize.
I recognize it.
Royalty.
I recognize
Royalty.
passion.
Yeah, blessings. Once again, you know the routine. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. All of that helps. So you don't know. Without any further ado, let's get started.
A lot of people are under the wrong impressions when it comes to this reparations thing. They're not looking at the legal ramifications of it all, because reparations is what? Isn't that inheritance to something that the ancestors were supposed to get paid? They didn't. So it's an inheritance that goes and goes and goes down the road, right? Isn't it?
No, I don't think so. I think because they bring in, if they bring in, like I said, Jim Crow, redlining.
But they can't bring that in.
But they do. FBA,
They
like,
do.
for example,
Okay,
hold on, Leonard.
We
Hold
right
on,
here,
Leonard.
American Dream.
Hold on,
bring
Leonard.
it in, but they can't
But hold on.
legally.
FBA Business and Gotti Loke, because y'all are both FBAs. Do y'all believe that Jim Crow, redlining, do you think that those things are also a part of your reparations argument?
I think a good lawyer is supposed to be able to sell it, because you kept me from opportunities that disadvantaged my whole family. You know what I mean? And from the patents that was stolen and everything, you know what I mean? Black families should have had wealth that was passed on that just didn't even get an opportunity. If you don't have a good lawyer, if he can't bring that case to the judge.
No, but I'm sorry. I don't know whether you answered the question or not. Do you think Jim Crow, redlining, is that a part of the reparations argument?
I do think it should be drawn in as well.
Okay, so if it is, hang on, Leonard, if it is a part of the reparations argument, wouldn't certain hang on, let me ask this question. If a part of the reparations argument is redlining and Jim Crow, wouldn't certain immigrants who can show that they were redlined or who lived through Jim Crow, wouldn't those immigrants be entitled to some form of reparations as well?
Good one.
I actually thought about that, but would it be a lineage thing? That would be something that need to argue for themselves.
Boy, I love not getting a yes or no answer. Boy, I love it.
They wouldn't be able to ride. They wouldn't be able to ride with us, because I mean that's their own separate situation.
Yeah, you gonna have to get your own lawyer. You can make your own stuff, because we going off our lineage. Like you can give it. It's a whole bunch of people might be owed something from the American government, but they're gonna have to make that case themselves.
Just to respond, I think, a little bit to what was just said in terms of, you know, if immigrants qualify can show that they were affected by Jim Crow or redlining or anything like that, wouldn't they be eligible to get some of that reparations money? And you know, their response, the response was that those people would have to bring their own case, and that they just wouldn't be a part of that case. My response to that should have been that, you know, HR 40, which is the bill that's going through Congress, that's a bill going through Congress. This isn't like a lawsuit. If it was a lawsuit, that would be one thing, but this is a bill going through Congress, which Congress is going to decide whether to pay out reparations to descendants of slaves. and also people who have been affected by Jim Crow and redlining, because if I'm not mistaken, that bill has those things in there. That bill is a response to white supremacy even, and I think the reparations claim, fundamentally is a response to white supremacy also. But given that it's going through Congress, then, and that it's the government that's going to be paying out this money, then anyone that can show that they were affected by Jim Crow or redlining, whether they're FBA or not, anyone should be eligible to get some of that government money, especially if that's what your argument is that, reparations is for Jim Crow and stuff like that. So it can't just be go get your own. It's not like you can tell immigrants to go get their own bill, because this bill going through Congress is not an FBA bill. It's a reparations bill. So I think the argument of let them get their own, do their own thing is kind of, an invalid response in a way.
I want you to listen very, very carefully.
It's all about life in the street. People are suffer, try survive in the heat. Bad mind them out to one, hygiene a do it. That's why enough of them get rifle a beat. Everybody want big ups and want to drive in a Jeep. Every day I'm at the ball when she buy in a read. Not even 5 bills, you can't find for the week. Me no see no changes, the same cycle repeat. Give thanks cause life it's a sweet. But keep an eye open every time you go sleep. Cause mankind jealous and them idle go late. Them never yet plant and not try figure it. Bigger heads where you fight for the seat. Now care about the future nor the child where you creep. Them a pray the fat Kyle we submit. The system will slide where you fit.
Inna the streets where we born and grow, only Jah know and nobody know.
When we talk about ghetto life, talk about ghetto life.
Everybody a priest and them want it low. That's why them a speed and they pan the go.
Cause this a real ghetto life. This a real ghetto life. Yeah. Everybody just a pre-success. When me looking at the street, you me see enough stress. Them all a fight for who reach up next. Everybody want floss and a beat up chest. Juvenile in a them teen love sex. Them a breed the fast money, them no need subjects. And if you're unfortunate, please don't vex. Also the things said cause the streets don't rest.
Inna the streets where we born and grow, only Jah know and nobody know.
When we talk about ghetto life, talk about ghetto life.
Everybody a priest and them want the dough. That's why them a speed and they pan the go.
Cause this a real ghetto life. This a real ghetto life. Yeah. It's all about life in the street. People are suffer, try survive in the heat. Bad mind them out to one, hygiene a do it. That's why enough of them get rifle a beat. Everybody want big ups and want to drive in a Jeep. Every day I'm at the ball when she buy in a read. Not even 5 bills, you can't find for the week. Me no see no changes, the same cycle repeat. Give thanks cause life it's a sweet. But keep an eye open every time you go sleep. Cause mankind jealous and them idle go late. Them never yet plant and not try figure it. Bigger heads where you fight for the seat. Now care about the future nor the child where you creep. Them a pray the fat Kyle we submit. The system will slide where you fit.
Inna the streets where we born and grow, only Jah know and nobody know.
When we talk about ghetto life, talk about ghetto life.
Everybody a priest and them want the dough. That's why them a speed and they pan the go.
Cause this a real ghetto life. This a real ghetto life. Yeah.